this is the retention.
That's what it was originally sold.
Absolutely.
Is it the first revision?
Oh, I'm still yelling.
Tracking
I'm just worried because that's the number.
If they would have known about it.
Yeah.
they would have maybe come down and fix it. We would have turned it in and go fix it.
You know, I'm probably.
So they were aware.
You know, Clark has asked me a couple of different times.
The 149 is all we do anything above
Yeah,
that.
I cannot.
But what was it, but what's the-
Somebody gets down there and I can take a whole lot to do, but I can't take criticizing my husband. You know, it's like, that's.
I have not.
can't
Paid
handle
it.
it.
I was making sure that we hadn't paid anything.
He has friends,
Normally,
he and his wife both retired, and he told me, he does the official.
Or what the,
Because people are so unhinged anymore.
usually it's going to.
I'm saying you get unhinged. Because you don't, I don't even ever, I never hear you.
I turn this stuff,
Yeah.
watch the game and everything,
You know what I mean?
but now this
Yeah.
Hey, chief.
part of what playing
Well,
hard.
and what is
Yeah.
the school?
It's gonna be a little bit harder this
That's
time.
Yeah.
where
See,
Katie got these, she wasn't sure.
Because
Well, and that's why I don't know how we need to divvy it out. Is it this
So
number or is
this
it?
portion of it is Bronco Drive.
I know.
Right, but-
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
And you're
we already moved
correct.
to that.
Right.
So then-
Charge, not you.
I know.
Why don't you guys ask me if I can stop?
Yeah, it was.
Start doing it.
Done out, like I say. And this is the whole project. It's, 20, this is what it was for Bronco Drive. This is what it was for, Elwood. See, both of them are higher. That's what I'm saying. 31,540.
Okay, so this is the amount that the community crossings grant is covering, but isn't this our portion of the cost?
Yep.
And then this is what community crossings
And
covers,
that's our
and that's our
portion. So
portion,
you
so
got
if you
the-
add these
Two together.
two together, you should get this amount,
Yep.
and these two together should be that high. But I think we're still over because of the change order.
And I didn't know there was any change orders. Did you know there's?
Yeah.
That's right, the other retention, and that was approved, so we gotta do that. Okay, there's where it's at. So I told you, the number didn't match up, so that's what I was trying to do, so we gotta add the 9,000 to the top of it. What?
I took the number I was given
Uh-huh.
and worked that to the school.
They're getting a change order too.
Yep, exactly. Because that's where it went. That whole, all of that went there.
Well,
It didn't go to Elbert, that all went into
that's
that
okay.
project.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the change order.
But that's why we were gonna put that one on the claim docket, and then Amy and I were like, no, the board needs to look at this and figure out exactly how you want it paid and allocated.
And we
And
just
if
got,
I need to
we just got
invoice-
this, didn't we?
Yeah, I think like Friday or something,
So
so.
I say we table this till next month's meeting. We've just got that plenty of time to do the close out. We just need to get the right numbers.
Don't we have to do the 15,000 right now, though? That was the retention invoice. I think that's the one that has to be paid right now. Because it was like 10%
I guess we
of
could
the
go ahead and
cost
pay,
or
then we could
whatever.
go ahead and pay both of them. We just gotta figure out the invoice on the backside. Because we knew it was over and it was approved.
And then if I need to send an invoice to the school, usually that's.
That's what we gotta figure out.
Like
the
a
invoice
legit
to the school.
invoice, so.
Okay. So
You
we
guys
can
can-
approve those just for the
Yeah, I was
payment,
gonna
and
say, you
we'll
can
work on the school.
tentatively approve doing the invoice and then just hit me with the number
You got it.
once you have it, and then that way I can at least send it to him, because he had already emailed and asked me for an invoice for SRO stuff that we had, and he said we didn't. Don't worry about it.
I remember one of the first ones.
God. Yes.
You might wanna look at it.
Okay. Are you guys ready? You ready?
Mhm.
Ready? Okay. All right, we'll call the meeting, of the Yellowstone City County Council to order. If y'all please stand, face the flag, pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amy, will you payment. Sorry, Gina.
I had 6:32 for your start time, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Brandy Hurley, here. And Adam Jones.
Here.
Bill Walters.
Here.
And then Steve Brogan and Tom Roberts are absent.
Everybody get a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes.
Last meeting?
Yeah.
Right, and
I make a motion to approve the July 8th town council meeting minutes.
I'll second.
any changes or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Approved. All right, here's the long one. You want to do bank recs first?
Just sign this review.
Yeah, these are the ones, yeah, the payroll distribution, revenue, yeah, these are the ones to sign off.
I'll take that one.
Which,
Does that one, I think the bank needs one more.
I
I do it.
no, it's reviewed by her, yeah, she does that one.
Yep.
You see that one, and then we got this one here. Did everybody get a chance to look at the claim docket that was sent out?
Yes.
Yes. Any questions, concerns? Seeing none while you're reviewing that, I entertain a motion. And that was for, before you say it, I had it and I forgot it. $263,070.19 total.
I make a motion to approve the claim docket.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Approved. Okay, first up is sanitation. You have anything on that?
We do. Amy and I have been working to set up the fall town cleanup. Hold on, I'm trying to get the date that we're looking at. We are looking at October the 11th, so the weekend of October the 11th. We did ask for 4 dumpsters this time. We had 3 the last time. I know the one at the old town hall building gets really congested quickly. So we will be placing 2 at the old town hall building, 1 at Schellebarger Park, like we have in the past, and 1 at either the fire station or the new stormwater building. We haven't determined which is the best area for that yet, but that is the date we are looking at, the weekend of October the 11th.
Anything else? Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Water. Brad, do you have anything to report?
No, it is, just tomorrow I gotta dig up the water main to fix it. That's it.
Where at?
Down on John Street. part to do with the stormwater project they went through.
Oh, yes, okay. All right,
Can I add to that on water, just to make it known? So, we were switching our billing, program from the Keystone to the cloud-based. So that, we have the start of our training at the beginning with some at the end of this month and at the beginning of next month. The goal is to convert us over to that cloud-based billing program, which will change our payment platform as well. I don't know how or what it will look like, but from the demos that we've seen, it's streamlined and a lot easier, and it's also an automatic update to the system versus like if you're on auto pay, it's sometimes 24 to 48 hours before it updates, but you're still getting an email that says that your bill isn't paid. So we're looking forward to that. We don't have an official date. Obviously, I'll put it out on social media and bills when people can expect that there will be a change, but that is coming soon, and that should help us drastically with making sure that people's payment information is up to date for their water bills.
Brad, not to go right back to you, but we're on the streets, kind of talking about here, is there anything, updates, roads?
No, I got, both the roads paved, we got done. And yeah, the gas company's just tearing the heck out of my roads, and it'll get fixed.
Thanks, but I heard we worked out a deal with school and making sure we get forked out and get everybody dumped out and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Get that all taken care of.
That'll be taken, that's all taken care of.
Okay.
Cause it was a mess this morning.
Going to school?
Yeah.
They was not supposed to be out there working
I know.
during school hours, or they come in the morning when they go.
I done one this morning, yelled at them.
I've been told we've reached an agreement, they will not be out there while it's going into school, that time they'll be done and out of the report, they won't start until after they're in and out, so. What if it was miscommunication, whatever, the problem's been rectified. Planning and zoning,
Yep, we met, great thing, we've had, 22 property violations so far this year that have been completely resolved, which is amazing. Thank you, Bud, for all the hard work that you're doing on that. Only one new violation that we've had to address, and there's about 10 pending ones. So a lot of great work has been done to try to rectify everything, and it's going well. There are 2 ordinance that we're looking into, a private property lighting ordinance and a parking and residential area ordinance that have been tabled. John's working on them, and he's out due to health issues right now, so we're tabling it at least for a month. And that's it.
you got it. Police department,
Perfect, chief.
you got it. James?
We've had some complaints about Third Street, about speeders up and down Third. We've been posting an officer of an evening to go up and down through there on Third Street, which I have him sitting back here behind me. And as everybody knows, he gives everybody tickets. So, we do have him going down through there on occasion, or he will post somewhere down there to watch for the speeders back and forth. Myself and Major Hicks during the day, we will drive up and down through there also. So, we are gonna slow the traffic down. I think the fastest you said you had a car was 28, and in town is 25. So,
That's on the street. Walnut way.
The Walnut drag strip.
Also, we was able to get $52,500 and some odd dollars from the city and court town fund, which went into our training fund, which will help us out tremendously. We posted a thing on Facebook about receiving the money. We had a couple of comments on it, and one of them, some guy was on there talking about it. And the academy now makes you go to 2 different types of instructor schools. One costs $8,000, and if we have to send the guy to training and it's not anywhere around here, then we have to pay for hotel rooms. The second type is Gracie training. It's a ground fighting, and I've been to all of those, and it's $1,500 a pop every time you go. You have to be retrained every 2 years. And the academy, you actually have to have these through the academy. Prior, you only had to have one, now you have to have two, possibly three. And you're talking about $1,500 just to pay to go. Most of the Gracies are not within our state. So a lot of them, we have to send them elsewhere to be trained in this. So you're talking about hotel room, possibly a car to get back and forth where they're at. So when I said that, you know, you could have up to $5,000 training a guy just in that's true. Last week, we sent Officer Curtis, he's went to become a stops instructor. You're talking about $400 or $500 just for that. This week, he's at emergency vehicle operations to become an instructor in it. Probably $600-700 that we're paying for that. So these courses that we have to take, and I know a lot of people, you know, we need to be trained. A lot of people don't understand is if we don't get these funds from elsewhere, we get $4 per citation we write. We get $8 from accident reports. We don't get that much money really for training, so that's the reason why we go after all these other things, these grants and stuff to get the money to come in, because not only can we use it for training, we'll use it for equipment too, which will alleviate some of the funding that the town has to pay for some of our equipment. Also, there's somebody that has been posted on our Facebook, I won't say the name of it, but after research, this is a fake book post. And we don't answer those people back. Because a lot of times they're going on there and all they are is trying to cause problems or stir something up within the community. And these people that's doing it don't even live in our community. So we will not answer those back.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, anything for you?
I'm good. Ready to smile. You got anything?
The picture is gonna be in November.
Want to do the testing?
Yeah, I was.
Good.
You want to do the bar now or later?
We gotta come up, we're gonna get it in the back half. Okay. Amy's not here, Parks. Trina, do you want to handle?
Yeah, they met last night. They didn't have a lot, going on right now. Really, it's just kind of full swing event season. They're currently looking at, some shade structures and some grant options. And so they've been putting some quotes together for that. Nothing official, but that is on their radar. The biggest thing is that we've still got a couple events left this month. Cooking Bell's rescheduled to next weekend. Still working on rescheduling the comedy show. That Scott Long is a very popular gentleman. And then we've got Toy Factory on the 30th of August. And we've got the Fall Festival, which is moving to a 3-day event. So the carnival will be here Thursday to Saturday, but the festival will be Friday through Sunday. And we just kind of got some information out about that. We've already got about 20 vendors signed up to join us so far, just in a couple of days. So it's a really popular one. We're excited to push it back out to a full festival and then also have the addition of somewhere between 8 and 10 carnival rides down at the park with us the whole time. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, they did complete their master plan too. That's done as well. So I think DNR has it and they have finished their review. They have to send like the official stuff back and then that'll be
The park plan,
the park,
5-year park
yeah,
plan.
the park 5-year plan.
And I wasn't prepared on it, but we're still moving forward with, canoe launch, DNR, the logs at the bridge. We're still moving forward. We got that, and that's in the process, but there's only 1 or 2 gentlemen in DNR, so it's gonna take a while to get to it, but we're actually getting to it. So
Yeah,
that
he said
did
he
get
was
approved.
covered up reviewing people's
Yes,
park
that's it.
plans
That's what it
because they're so busy
Flat land
right
put
now.
in, we got the drawings, we got everything put in. It's just they've got to review, and we have to have their permission or we have to have their approval for the permit, so that we can move forward on that.
Yeah, I made suggestions once before, they need some porta potties when they have a bigger events, because the bathroom at the splash pad is not sufficient for a big crowd.
Okay.
And last time we went to the concert, they closed the bathrooms. so nobody could go to the bathroom. So, yeah,
What concert was that?
whatever the last one was.
Oh, okay, I wasn't at the last one, so that's.
But, yeah, they need some porta potties around, and plus, like, I have a hard time walking, so to walk that far for me is rough.
We'll pass those comments on to the department.
Alright.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, I'm going to jump back up before we get into the bottom half. I forgot the regional wastewater districts report, July, you get, Thompson, that to everybody? You guys see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, lift station, it showed everything, mowing, I mean, there was no, heavy debt in Delville, we were up to date in the last reports that I got. Lift station's been checked, hour readings, no issues, no complaints, no, overs. You know anything, Brad? Any issues you did? Okay.
No.
All right, so we're good there. All right, we're moving down to new business. Wait, any ADA Title VI update? Anybody know anything about?
No.
I haven't seen anything yet. All right, new business, tires for trucks, NVH utility.
Yeah, we had, I think, like 2 emergency purchases on tires. We had to get taken care of. One was on, a police vehicle, and the other one was on Brad's truck.
Both my trucks need tires.
Okay. Okay, so yours wasn't, yours is for approval, the police just had to get done.
So we need to do a, did we, well, you know what, I guess I missed that. I don't have any other paper but that's all I got on there. Do you have a number?
My 2 trucks, I need about $1,800 to do both of my trucks.
Don't we have that in maintenance, your equipment fund?
Yeah, that's what that was. Sorry, because you said NVH specifically.
Well, this has got NVH and utility, that's what was written on, if whoever put it on the agenda, is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have a number to go with it for approval, or did?
No, I thought that was already submitted, so my apologies. I think the number's 1,800.
Yeah, 1,800.
No, wait, that's what, I guess, I apologize, I'm stopping, I'm confused, we're talking 2 sets of tires here. This one here, tires and trucks, NVH, whose was that? Was it the police or was it yours?
Mine.
Okay,
The police evidently didn't make it to this, so we don't.
okay, that's why I seen that deal.
Yes, the
Okay.
police was approved by Adam. Tires are already on, should have already been turned in,
It's
should already
always-
been.
It was on that claim docket, that was part, okay, that's what I'm saying, I see
It was
that, I
at
see that over there, it's like, okay, we're
Minus,
doing another
yeah.
truck, another vehicle here, and I didn't
This
see
is all
nothing but
brand.
one request. Huh? That's all it is? Okay,
$1,800 to do both trucks, both of my trucks.
did you get a quote? I mean, Tom's not here, so we're at liberty
I
with
got
you.
quotes right here.
You got it, it's 1,800?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I guess I need a motion to approve the 1,800 for the,
I'll make a motion.
I've got a first
I second it.
and second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, next up on the item, speed bumps, Third Street.
So there.
I mean, James, I'm just, I know he just said something about having the officers over there. What else do we have?
Yeah, so the other thing is Brad has been working on taking our speed sign that's on Jailville Road and making that portable. So he's got the trailer done today. Just a second, please. And so as soon as that is done, we will begin setting that sign up in various locations throughout that side of town. And that sign does obviously several things. One, it displays the speed that you're going, but it also logs that. And then we can go back through and take a look at those reports. And so, if I have a couple minutes, please. What I want to do is show you a sample of that report, because I know Walnut Street is something that always gets talked about. The speed of people on Walnut Street, right?
Yes.
So I just ran a report that covers traffic from July of last year to July of this year for Walnut Street. And in that time, we had 684,395 cars come through town. So, you know, a ton in a year, right? We can't differentiate between emergency vehicles and regular vehicles, right? It's just a sign recording speed.
Right.
The overwhelming, if you take a look at the monitors, which aren't on, let's do this. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. See what you run.
So here we go. Let's take a look at speed, right? Because that's the most important thing. The overwhelming majority of the vehicles traveling through are in the 21 to 25 mile an hour range. And then vehicles on either side of that, 16 to 20 miles an hour, 26 to 30. And then it drops dramatically, 31 to 35, 36 to 40. And so what that tells us is a large, well, 90+% of the vehicles that come through town are within 5 miles an hour of the speed limit or under.
We got one or two
Well,
megas
we're not,
out
we're
there.
just like a block from, we are a block from like a sign.
Yeah.
So people see it, actually start slowing
Right.
down, except coming from the north.
Yeah, so I
And
don't
then
want
they
to,
don't stop the stoplight. or the
I'm not
stop sign.
counter to what you're saying.
Right.
What I wanted to demonstrate to you is
Yeah.
we have the tools to tell us the
Mhm.
speed of the vehicles and we can sample that.
Yeah.
And so what
Right.
we're doing is moving one of those tools to the areas where the residents are saying that there is an issue, so that we can put some information behind it and begin making determinations.
You're right, right,
Yeah.
319. Y'all. Okay.
So that, we should be able to give you that information going forward and taking a look.
Cool.
So that's what that sign will do.
And a lot of times if you're sitting, and I'm telling you, if you're sitting on your front porch
Right.
and you see some of them go by, probably the 25 to 30 range, you're probably thinking they're speeding down there when they're really not. They're
Mhm.
staying within the speed limit.
Mhm.
We had to go back to 25. We lowered it before, and we had to go back to the state because the minimum is 25, even in the neighborhood. They would not.
Right.
So we'll get revenue, so we're gonna get some data, and then we'll have conversation and go from there.
That's exactly it. So, I mean, we've
Hey,
got.
just a second, I'll get to all of you.
Essentially, so we've got a lot of tools in our pocket, right? So once we figure out where we have the problems and what problems we have, if we have problems, right? Then we start doing things like increased patrols, speed bumps, additional stop signs, things like that. So we're listening, we're gonna get the information and start making some decisions. And we can share that with you at the next meeting.
Okay, going back, the lady had her hand up first.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
well, I know we're talking about Third Street, but I'm on Fifth Street, and that's a big issue on Fifth Street as well. Largely during baseball season, because parents are in a rush, they're running late, and last summer, my granddaughter was standing on the grass right at the edge of the road and was scraped by somebody's mirror because they were flying down. And I also have neighbors at the very end of the road that thinks it's a speed contest to get from the stop sign to their house, and that's been a problem. There was a temporary speed bump there last year. I'm assuming they took it back for winter, so it's easier to plow. But my daughter lives next door. She has 2 autistic children. One is nonverbal, so she likes to escape as well. So that's huge for me because they can't ever be out in front because of the situation.
Thank you for your comments. We will look at the data, and then we will come together as a board, and we'll gather the information, and we'll see what we can do there. First, the resistance, the police out there patrolling more, we'll collect more data, and then we'll move forward from there. Yes, sir.
I was curious, the data on that chart you had up, is that from like both the northbound and southbound sign?
No,
Okay.
those are separate. That was from the southbound sign.
Okay.
So,
I would venture to say that, because I live very close to the northbound sign there, that you might have a different set of, I don't know, could look a little different on that northbound sign.
Yeah, let's
That's
take a
what-
look.
that's
Take a
what I
look.
was saying.
He's got it, hang on here a second, we'll pull it up, let's take a peek at it while we're here, while we're on the subject.
I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate this so that we
Because we're
can.
about a block from the southbound side. So, I don't know if there's a difference.
We do pavement designs with two-way traffic.
Well, we're talking speed limits. The speed,
Comes to, and the trains come through.
because the speed.
That's
limit-
true, you got
The traffic's
train
gonna
in the
slow
way.
people down, whether they're the train or
No,
not.
I mean, when the trains come through, sometimes it will pick up the trains.
Oh, does it?
Southbound,
Okay.
I want to see the difference between each direction.
Right, that's what we're saying, because southbound seems like.
I did County Road 900 way down south, and there's a big ass train, there wasn't no difference in our traffic.
Coming from 67.
Brad Crowder, like my neighbor design on County Road 900 down there. You can see there's a difference.
So move that sign there a little bit closer.
Yeah.
I know, we like it when we're first moving in.
Yeah.
How fast we would get, and then.
But the problem is that people come from 67.
The second time you said it, really, yeah.
Didn't see it till like-
Got a good job.
So if we move it back.
Oh, no, I
I
completely
She wrote it down for her
So.
computer too.
Was it a whole room?
But I think people come
Yeah.
off 67.
Right.
they go 60 miles an hour, they're still in that.
It's like going from interstate, Highway Monday, it's like going from interstate to that McGuire Road.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I didn't mean to take a whole bunch.
Yes, ma'am.
So is there a sign for the baseball field? I haven't noticed one, maybe I just haven't seen it.
You mean, what do you mean as signs? Speed
A
limit
lot
signs,
of the
identifying?
issue is people not knowing which road is the road to the baseball field. So
That
they're
I
taking
am
like
not
Third and
aware
Fifth
of.
Street and
I
flying
don't know if
down
there's one.
there.
Is there a sign down there, Brian?
There's not,
No,
they
there's
asked
not.
for one, they asked to be added to the town directional signs last summer over these complaints, because they don't want to be associated, obviously, with speeding, it's not their fault, but they're always the one that's getting complained on, well, the ballpark, it's the ballpark. So they asked if they could be added
The
onto
ballpark
those
gas?
directional signs, yeah.
And I don't,
And we
this
had
is last summer?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I
this.
thought at one point the ball diamond like.
Huh?
I'm not telling anybody.
Fourth.
No, I just don't remember it. I don't remember this.
Yeah, it wasn't you.
Did we vote it, it was voted down? I mean, did
No,
they take a vote?
No,
Did they take
we
any
were
action?
just
They
gonna,
just
someone was
decided-
gonna take it, and figure out how to add them to the sign.
Stay there,
It wasn't a whole room.
So we'll bring that back up to add it to a sign to point to where the ball field is.
So
Great.
here's the other direction. Total car count, 691,000. And, honestly, and they look pretty similar. You're still, the overwhelming majority of the cars are in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range. So and again, that doesn't differentiate between police and fire vehicles either. But, that's also not discounting the fact that I'm sure there is the occasional vehicle that flies through there at 40 miles an hour. There's like 11,000 vehicles that were in the 36 to 40 mile an hour range.
and then you're 3 a.m. in the morning, 55 mile an hour speed.
Okay,
So
we'll gather the data and we'll report back next month and we'll try to come up with, hopefully it'll curb. If not, then we'll take it from there. Okay? All right. Next is the approval of purchase of the 2021 Tesla and resolution for the purchase. No?
I brought it up and I ran it. So there's a resolution from Georgetown for the transfer, and then there's a resolution accepting it. They're both written up.
They're both written out?
Yeah. I can email it to you in the morning.
Okay. We can take, and I can just sign it at the district, okay? You want to explain this, Adam?
Yeah, so,
You want to
the town of Georgetown, Indiana reached out to, police departments within the state that are deploying electric fleets. And, due to decisions that their board made in regards to, charging infrastructure and, them not wanting to put that at officers' homes because they have a large amount of turnover, they were going to get rid of their vehicle, made us an offer that is extremely competitive and fits within our budget. Along with the vehicle being fully outfitted, it also has 94,000 miles of warranty left and comes out to almost $20,000 less than our last purchase. So I am hoping beyond just when, everyone agreed over email, I'm hoping to just formalize that pending their final approval, their meeting, which I believe is on the 18th.
Yes, on the state thing. And what was the total price on that?
Total price is $30,000.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to approve pending Georgetown's approval
on the 18th.
on the 18th for $30,000 purchase of the 2021 Tesla.
I got a first, I got a second.
Yeah, it's me.
Got a first and second, any further discussion? Stop it, Trina. Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed? Approved.
Fairly certain I have to confirm that in a second.
Yeah.
Just so.
So you're
Just for
clear.
now,
Okay,
just-
so that's good.
Everything.
All right, send that down so you can handle that, then I'll go with the other. Angeles, when you send the resolution, just send them over and forward them on, I'll take them and send them right back to you. Okay, well, and then that way you guys can proceed and be ready for the 18th. Task order 2025-01 water PER update. Some of you know, we're looking at some work on the water plant. We went SRF. After review of some other things, we want to look at USDA. I'm not taking the word today, I'm just going to try and get down through it quickly. Going from SRF to USDA, we have to do an environmental update and a preliminary engineering report has to be updated. It's $10,000 each. That we'll be in frame to go with it. The project's a little larger than we thought. We wanted to see what we could get through USDA. So we've already approved the 40,000. This will be taking the full PER task up to 60 overall. So we're approving another 20 on the water project to go for the USDA funding. Did I leave anything out? Any questions, discussion? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make it.
You got a first?
I will second it.
I've got a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Thank you. Next up is the EMB paving. This is Elbert Street and Elbert and Bronco Drive. I was a little confused. We did have one change order because of the ground in front of the school, so we will get that worked out. But what we were looking at here is, darn Trina, I didn't write that number down. Both of them together? Did you put it on?
It should be on the second page of not the retention invoice, but that one, yes. I think your total breakdown is right there at the top right corner of that page.
So they separated out the retention part of it that was over there. So we are at, original sum was 148,525. Change order was 9,764 even. Contract sum up to date, $158,289. Total completed and stored today, 150. Current payment due. We haven't paid anything on this, have we? That you're aware of? Give me a second here. Change order matches up. Original contract goes, takes it to 158 total. 154.29. Oh,
Someone just filled out all these lines because, we have not made a payment yet. It's 148, 525. So I would need approval to pay the invoice for $158,429. That is for both Elbert and Bronco Drive and the retainage on the change order.
And that's Community Crossings grant is
Community
paying some
Crossing.
of that, and then. the
Community Crossing
school-
is paying 80% of that. We were awarded $148,000. $148,525. Nope,
No, that's the total.
that's the total. Hang on.
That was like the original bid. I think it was like 122 or something.
$111,393.75.
11,003.
93.75. That's on the Delville letterhead on the acceptance.
That's the last bullet.
And school, you said 30 now? Because they're paying half of the remaining cost of Bronco Drive, is that what it is?
The non-matched.
Okay, they're paying the difference on Bronco
We'll
Drive.
work that, we'll pay it out, the town will pay it, and we'll invoice the school once we figure out the percentages they're going back. Okay, that work? Okay. All right,
So I make a motion to accept the payment of $158,429 for the EMV paid invoices for Alberts and Bronco Drive.
first and a second,
Yep, I'll second.
any discussion, questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye, opposed? I don't see where any signatures are needed, there you just need, you
Yeah, I
just needed
think I
the approval in the
yeah.
minutes. Okay, there's no signatures, everything's done. Okay, that's done. Road closure. Who wants to handle this one? You wanna handle it with the police, you wanna handle it with parks? Or the carnival?
Yeah, it's just to close down, so the carnival needs to start setting up Wednesday night. I think it's at the 24th, is that the date I have on there, September 24th? It should be like right up there with the red.
25th, Wednesday, 9:25, Sunday, 9:28.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember. So Wednesday evening at 5 o'clock, so after school traffic and everything is cleared out, through Sunday afternoon, the 28th. Is that the right?
Correct.
date? Okay.
Sunday, 28th.
Yes, okay, so it would just be the section of Walnut Street right in front of the town hall park, so you can divert around Wayne Street to Mason Street to Daleville Road or vice versa.
Like we did last year.
Yes, we didn't close that portion down, but we just for like maybe 2 days or something, when I had a couple of food trucks there on the weekend. So this would be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It would include a little bit of Wednesday evening. And then it's because they're also gonna put some carnival rides up there because we have the full festival, so we have to make use of all the space. And then just the typical road closure that we always have on Saturday for like hour and a half maximum when we do the parade, which would just be, like we line up there on Davis Drive by the roundabout and then we just come straight down Walnut. It ends at the parade and unless they're like walking, I just kick them out down Daleville Road and they can, circle and come back to the festival.
Right. Okay.
So just with multiple days getting board approval that will be shut down, I've spoken with Val, the carnival guy, and he said he can wait until 5 o'clock on Wednesday to start setting up anything in the road. That way, like I said, we can at least allow one more full day of school traffic to get through there. And then once I have your approval, I have an email drafted to go to Dr. Roach to make them aware of it, and Brad Dilk, the bus superintendent. There's no one that gets dropped off right there, but obviously it is a main spot, so it does affect, bus traffic as it goes through. So this would give them 6 weeks or more worth of notice on those 2 days, those 2 school days that will be affected.
Okay. You want to jump in?
Yeah, honestly, on the Wednesday, after 3:30 would be fine.
Yeah, he just said 5 o'clock, just to give us a nice round, easy number, and then, we can let everybody know that from this time on, and then if you've got to pick your kid up from practice or something, maybe you could possibly clear out of there before then.
James, anything from the police department?
My only problem with school is getting the traffic in and out during the school. That's my only problem. I mean, if there was some way how it could be open in the mornings and in the afternoon, then they can close it back down. But our only problem is gonna be during school time because, it gets bad down through there during the mornings and the afternoon. And then the bus flow of traffic, everything on that. Those would be my only problem, like if it was, hey, did you do it just Friday training last year, Friday to Sunday?
Yeah,
after
we did
school?
it Friday. I didn't close it, any other school day, I don't think. No, it was on Thursday, but I think they had like an e-learning or something that day, so it didn't affect the one day, but it was just that one. And we just let them know, and most people just came 67, and then I think Brad maybe had some of the buses go that way if they could. So I don't think it was too terrible, but my kids don't ride the bus most of the time, so I couldn't offer any other.
It's just the
advice.
traffic in the mornings.
Mhm.
Is this something we might be able to work out with
Going both
Dr. Roach as far as, is that a conversation you're willing to have with
Yeah.
you? I mean, as notices out to the parents, or even if they have e-learning days or something that they have available that we might be able to use it.
Well,
that-
Those are
there's something
already-
about traffic.
Sorry?
The e-learning days are already planned for the year, so I mean, they wouldn't be able to like
Yeah.
schedule them in there for that, but they were fine with it with notice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, so this is something that can go out on the email blast, and then, a few days before, they can do the all-call and just remind people.
Which we also have our like version of the all call too with our up ahead program. So, and then even more so now with the new one, I can like geotag and draw, areas on our maps. And so people specifically who live within a couple doors down of that area, I can let them know, hey, we're getting ready to shut down the road here or whatever. So we've been trying to use that a little bit more targeted in areas. So I definitely with, 6-7 weeks notice, think that it shouldn't be. I'll print flyers and send them home. The school quit letting us send home flyers with kids because they get so many of them that unless they're school related, they don't. But in this case, I can print that on a tiny little half sheet and send it home in 500 backpacks.
Just having the PDF of it,
Mm-hmm.
it can be attached to the announcement.
Yeah, because I get those from the high school and the elementary school where they just send an attachment and you just open it. It's like 3 times a day process.
As long as something's worked out with the school and parents know that more or less there's one way in and one way out,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fine. And Brad can do something with the bus routes. I'm good. It's just, I wanna make sure all that stuff's taken care of.
Sounds like it's covered there, you put Dr. Roach. And Trina's got the other side of it.
Yeah, and I had talked to Bud about the festival coming and the rides, because obviously they inspect, so I'll make
Right.
sure that they're
Inspected properly.
aware, but I'll also make sure that they're aware for emergency purposes of whatever is closed down too. I mean, they're typically in the parade with the police, and that doesn't affect them, but at least those couple days that that portion is shut down, then they can go Heroes Way or whatever.
Board have any other questions, concerns?
Not that. Trina, could you just send me a copy of that map, and then I can deliver that to Dr. Roach and the other principals.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, I entertain a motion.
Please.
On the road closure, please.
Yes, no, nothing for me.
Huh?
Nothing for me.
I'll make the motion
Thank
that
you.
we, we approve the road closure for those days.
And take it easy, I'll second that.
You're
Any-
seconding that?
Yeah, any
Okay.
discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Approved. All right, I come to the end of the agenda. I had board members. Anybody have anything to be brought up tonight?
Yeah, let's, hopefully talk about the solar rebate.
Oh.
You have the floor.
Yeah, we finally received our rebate from the solar program, the panels that we put in years ago. That rebate was $175,000 based off of the project cost,
157.
slightly dyslexic, $157,000.
You said you get that a little bit back.
That puts our pay down, the payment where we start making money on the solar, will now be in 3 years. They've been running for 2. There's a total of 5 years before we start seeing actual positive. What we have seen previous to that is the reduction of utility bills here and the reduction of utility bills at the water plant is roughly $2,500 a month. So we will then have another 25 years-ish of the panels generated at zero cost.
Awesome.
Good deal. You got anything?
I do not.
Okay, I want to cover a couple of things. Angeles, this might want to take some notes here, because here we go. In our last meeting, we had Adam, you had talked about rewriting the existing ordinances with Bud as far as the commercial spaces and the inhabitants as far as inhabited or vacant. We were specifically targeting it, not targeting, but looking at what we were looking at Centrex. Did we move forward on that? Did we have a conversation with the attorney? Did that get taken care of? So is that something that we need to revisit with the attorneys as far as look at the language in the ordinance so that we get it up to date proper across there? Because I think there's more than one business that we're referring to on that.
Correct.
Yep. You get that, Angeles? Okay. K-9 truck. Oh, sorry.
What's the specific issue that the ordinance is addressing in the commercial district?
I don't think we have one on the commercial, the deal, was it? Something about enforcing the commercial in the corridor of 67 over there to standards, just like we have with residential. That they have to follow the same standards over there, and we were looking at what needed to be changed and what was there. If there was holes, because there's some leeway in there that some are not. We don't need a pole barn and 3-foot grass along 67 when we have these businesses that make huge investments in Delville over there. That doesn't make sense. So we need to make sure that everyone is treated the same and follows the same uniform code in the ordinance over there to take care of 67 and 32. As far as the commercial businesses, whether they're inhabited or vacant, it makes no difference.
Gotcha.
Okay? The next one we had that I didn't see we addressed was the K-9 truck on the backup vehicle. Did we take care of that? Mechanical issues,
That's all in the process, right? Like we've gotten backup K-9 vehicle. That's in the process of being repaired, right?
I think it's repaired because it's sitting down at Marshall's house now.
Yep.
But I know Marshall's having some,
He's got a lot going on.
yeah, so.
And then the vehicle that's in the process of being purchased will also be the
backup.
backup. Reserve vehicle.
And I may have missed it on the claim report. We get the pump down to be rebuilt from the splash pad. You were going to have one rebuilt. We get it rebuilt. We have the backup in place. And we finished up the water damage upstairs. That was the other one, the 2 quotes. We were looking at quotes from 2 different organizations as far as the HVAC and the issues.
We basically just approved that at the beginning of the meeting to be paid, correct?
No, that was that was the mitigation. I mean, that was taking care of the spill and all that. I'm talking about the change out. We were going to get quotes from Resolve Tech and Good Guys and somebody else as far as replacing these units and looking so we could get this
You
offset.
guys referred us to Resolve Tech because the units that we have are commercial, and he said that he typically uses Resolve Tech to do that, so he basically just sent us straight to and kind of cut the middleman out of getting that quote. Now, Resolve Tech, I had to fill out a bunch of stuff to establish an account, like tax exempt and all that, and they did just bill us. It's on this claim docket for the work that they came out here and did. We were having controls issues
Right.
at the end of June, I think.
Uh-huh.
But as far as an actual quote, if one has come in, it was not sent to our office.
Do that, we asked for one, I guess,
Are we talking about?
Replacing the roof
replacing
box.
the HVAC units and the
Okay.
heaters and the two on each side and splitting that. What we had the conversation upstairs, James, you remember what I'm talking about? We said that we were gonna get those quotes, and in this, coming on the end of this, Bill will follow up on it, and that was one of the issues of how we were gonna move forward on that. I don't wanna get in the middle of winter and get froze up again before we get here and not have a quote so that we can have time to decide what we want
Sorry,
to
I
do.
was thinking Resolve Tech was the company that did the remediation.
No, that was,
That's Hazen.
That was
Hayes and Sons did all that. Now, Resolve Tech, because we were looking, because Shane and Good Guys was possibly going to give us one that could do it there. And then we said Resolve Tech, and we were looking at maybe getting at least a couple quotes to get that done.
So we need actual proposals, because what we're asking for isn't a repair of the units themselves.
Right. It's replacing the whole, it's redoing it completely.
Yeah, so,
It's like beyond that threshold, like you're gonna have to put out like a request for proposal. or
That's
something
exactly it.
Based on how expensive it'll be.
yeah,
Which the Resolve Tech guy said would probably be the case, that he typically has to put in a bid on that, because that's what they do, is commercial. I know that's why I was getting things set up with him, was less for the $1,600 invoice and more so that when the time came, they would
Well,
have.
I'm not an
us as time to
HVAC
spend.
guy. I can write an RFP, but can we get something from an HVAC guy's breakdown of what we're looking for?
yeah.
I mean, you wrote, I'm not trying to put it on you, but the way you explained it up there, if that's what we want to take a peek at and see what it is, I need what that language is to put in an RFP.
Yeah, so that's where my mind is going, is do we come up with something, like, we've had these offline conversations, right, about how we want to address, basically splitting this place up into fours. But if we have 3 experts coming up from 3 different companies for a proposal, and they say, no, you should actually do this, that just blows an RFP with an outline out of the water.
Specifics.
Right. So should we just get 3 different proposals as to what they think is the best?
What needs to be done to remedy the situation. I'm good with that. We need to start somewhere, but we need to start with the proposal of what it is to fix the situation that we're currently in right now.
Yeah, because I think the unit upstairs on this side is still just breaking all the time. I'm pretty certain that's where we're at.
Who do we want to sign to take care of it?
He's not here. I can't control.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we need to follow through. I mean, we're going to be in the dead of winter, and I have a feeling we're not going to have some.
Can we send an email out to the board and ask for someone to take this?
Does John Brooks' office or one of them, do they not have access to like an RFP for a new
Well, this is, we're looking,
system or?
but they may have the RP. That's not the problem. It's getting someone out here. What is it that we need to do?
Oh,
What,
okay.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Calling someone like Resolve Tech, like, I don't know that some of the other ones, good guys or what, but to get 3 different looks at the building, what is the problem? And then tell us what they feel the solution is.
Okay.
I'm not an HVAC
I
guy. I
have
have
the
to take technical.
mechanical paperwork when the time comes, if you guys want it, because I had to make copies of it and get it to them originally, like the paperwork for the whole HVAC system. So let me know when you want that, because whoever you're gonna try to solicit, like claims or bids or whatever from, I can send them that and they'll have a better idea of what they're looking at.
So we know we got, what is it, Resolve Tech?
Mhm.
And not that it's your last name, but what's it?
Massengale.
Who is it?
Yeah, Massengale's, they're local. And Clemens, do they do HVAC too?
Yeah, Clemens.
And what's the one with your the same last name? I know it's not yours, but King,
Kings.
in their Kings, there's
Mike King.
a red truck. I'm just seeing a red
Yeah,
truck.
Mike
with
King.
Mike King.
Mike King. I knew it. What was the other one, James?
Massengale's.
Now, the problem is who, if I set these up, for them to come out, and I set them up when you're here? Or somebody, you know what I mean? I'm all over, I can't be here, I can't, that's gonna be difficult to set up. try to get.
They can at least get the stuff from me and I can let them in the is really the rooftop there is where they're gonna need to go. So
Adam's close
tell them to
by,
bring
if
a
he's
ladder.
available, if
If
he's not.
you
if-
need a board member here, I can.
But someone that can explain what we're looking for, what we need to do, the issues that we've had, so that we can, if we get it, everybody comparing apples to apples, not apples to oranges.
And then readers and Anderson.
Readers.
Let me know when you set that up, and I can bring a lift over here and leave it in Sallyport, and they can use the lift to get up and down off the roof. Using that ladder integrates.
Okay.
That thing's scary.
All right, we got that one. All right, moving on. I did find out, you were right, Becky Tilly did get it. I checked with Paige. It's been, everything's there. I don't know why you haven't heard, but I did get a phone call back from her. I know we talked about that today, so I followed up on it. Everything, like you said, it does, they just haven't done so. Hopefully I'll get an answer tomorrow.
What was the first part of that statement that you said me? I'm just gonna.
You got it over exactly like you said. You faxed it in the very next day, but it went, your guy went straight.
Thank you.
And then followed up by Paige, and I just haven't gotten an answer from him, so I'll hopefully have one for you next meeting. Didn't see anything on the town logos and stuff you wanted to pass out to the board members?
Yeah,
and we
I've
haven't
still
done
got
it.
a couple of things that I'm kind of working on and I'm not in love with everything that I have, so just some of the
It's
park
in
stuff.
process.
Yeah, yes, it's still in process. And some of the park stuff kind of takes over my creative juices right now, and the three that I have, I don't love.
All right, that is all I had. Seeing that, is there anybody in the public that would like to address?
I'd like to, what are they gonna do down Walnut where they totally obliterated along the sidewalks in my
We live
driveway?
along the northeast side of Walnut Street and was wondering when and what are they gonna do along the east side of Walnut Street about the cleanup along the utility work that they're completing now. I have some pictures about improper traffic control and improper backfill technique, and our driveway entrance is got all
That
kinds of
would be-
stuff
that-
messed up.
I don't mean to cut you off in any way, sir, I apologize. No.
I just want
That,
to know.
that is the gas company, that is not the town, and we can have a conversation with them. But
Okay,
you know what utilities are.
Yeah,
They have
okay.
rights, there's easements there already. I don't control them. They are in total control. We can, the street department guy, and we can have conversations with them, but we have very little force on
that
their
is not a city easement. That is under control of strictly the utility companies and not.
Utilities have an easement in there that they've acquired before they put it in there, so they have every right to go in there and do it without our permission to do anything.
Okay,
They have the right, so the conversation needs to be with the utility company.
okay.
And along with the damage to the apron of our driveway.
Exactly,
Because
that is
they
totally
just
100% the utility's responsibility. If you have
Yeah,
issues, I mean, we'd be happy as a board member, maybe getting one. They worked and cooperated with the street department. I would say, find the project manager of the day that's there and have a conversation with them, or have them direct you to somebody that you can file a formal complaint with.
yeah, because you can't even mow in front of our house because it's so uneven. And you
From
got,
that right away benchmark to the street is just bump, bump, bump,
I
bump.
understand.
And we're having problems entering and
We-
exiting the driveway.
We're watching closely when they do get done, because they do have a responsibility to
I
the
was wondering if
streets.
you're
and
gonna have
people-
somebody do a project final checklist when you guys are done with that project, come behind them and check off on everything. If
Well,
you're gonna pay out that final project.
We're not paying anything.
Oh, it's not your guys' project,
This
is
is
it?
not our project. This
Well,
has
it's not
nothing to
your
do with the
guys'
town of
project.
Delville. All we can
Okay.
do, we're in the same boat that you're in.
Okay.
We have to go through the same things you go through to get things taken
Yeah,
care of.
because I ran I-69, that project that, I don't know if you guys heard on the news last Monday, that bridge truck fell in the car. I signed, stamped off on that job, and I freaked out when that ran on the news. But, oh my God, a bridge truck fell in a car? I signed, stamped off on that job.
All right, any other
All right, well.
business for the, yes, ma'am.
Just something maybe to talk about and come back to next month. Earlier, I mentioned that I had 2 autistic grandchildren that live next door to me on Fifth Street. Any possibility of getting a sign for that on that road?
I'll take a look, I mean, I have to take a look at, we've
Sure.
got children at play signs. I don't know if we've got, any other appropriate signs approved by state that can go in that area. We'll have to do a little bit of, you said,
Well, they gotta be approved.
they've got to be state approved, what we put up in there, and everything's got an inventory and a sticker on it. So let us do some research. If we can find something that will satisfy the need and put the notice there, Brad, can you take a look at that
Yeah,
and give us
I'll call
something
her.
at the next meeting?
Yeah, I'll call probably Friday, the lady I told you where I get my signs from.
Can you give us the address location that you're looking for, that this appropriate area? Dead end of side of the road. Okay.
Gotcha. Hang on just a second. Okay. Is there anybody else this evening? Yes, James?
People that want to complain about the electric vehicles, please give us at least a year before you start complaining, because as of right now, having electric vehicles, it looks like we're gonna save between $12,000 to $15,000 in gas, and it's probably gonna cost us $200 or $300 to run these cars. I know there's a lot of people like get on the Facebook and complain about the electric cars and everything. Believe me, I was skeptical when Adam first brought it to us, but this is actually starting to save the town money. So at least give us a year before you complain, and then let us come back with the exact numbers on the vehicles, because, really it's getting old. If we can save $12,000 and only spend about $300, I would rather do that, because actually you could take that money and put a part-time police officer on the road. You could get some of the signs people's talking about. You can do other things with that money that we're gonna be saving. So, instead of being a little naysayer and all that stuff, let's just be quiet and give us a year, and then we'll bring back the numbers to you.
Thank
All I
you.
got.
Anybody else? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn at this time.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I've got a first,
I'll second.
I've got a second. All in favor, say aye.
Second.
Aye. Thank you all for coming. Have a nice evening.
7:35.
You need a signed document before you leave. I need the Commonwealth. I need to sign it. Copy, so you've got a copy. Please.
And then. That they just put there.
Yeah, I talked to him for a long time about the vehicles, and not me, I would never have one.